Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. And today we got a little bit of a bargain rip for you. So it's a Friday afternoon. I normally get off work a little early on Fridays. And I kind of, on my way home, I just kind of hit a couple places that I hadn't hit in a week. And generally what I'll do is I'll hit some Walgreens and stuff like that and just kind of see what's going on. But today I went by a CVS. Well, actually this morning on the way to work, I went by a CVS and I hit two of these reseal packs. That's a Cam Smith, but he's got a little bit of a ding there. But also right beside that Cam Smith was this Cam Smith. So this is the rookie debut, and this is just the regular. I haven't decided whether I'm gonna open these or not. Probably not. Just probably put them with the Nick Kurtz that I have and a couple of the other ones that I have. The Chandler, well, I think I opened Chandler Simpson, those guys, but the Nick Kurtz that I found. And you know, I'm really surprised because CVS generally doesn't carry cards except for that one place that I was getting all the update. But also, you see what's in front of you is 7 fat packs. And check this out, guys. I got this for 37 bucks. Now, there's a little bit of story behind it. So 7 items, and you know, as you can see, this is today, March 6th. But I was there and I was looking through these. They had the blister pack deal, and you know, they had like 15 or 20. So I was looking through them. And I just happened to kind of look up and I saw the fat packs hanging up there, but they were in a $4.99 slot and it said Topps baseball cards on it, right? So I asked the girl, I said, is this right? And she said, no, but I'll give them to you for that price. Well, there you go. So 7 of them for $34.93. That roughly equals out to about $5. So got 7 fat packs to rip. And then I also want to show you something else. I took a picture of this and sent it to Dad and Daughters, Ryan over at Dad and Daughters. But I found when I was in Chesapeake the other day visiting my son, Chesapeake, Virginia. Here it is. I was at a Best Buy and trying to find the dates. Everybody knows 3/1/26 right here. 25 Donruss WNBA basketball blaster for $12.99. They had 5 on there. See right here, they were regular price of $29, and they had $17 off on clearance. So you could only get 3 at a time. So me and my son, I got 3 and he got 2. So I got those blasters, and again, I haven't decided whether I'm gonna open those or not. That's the Page Beckers. That's those guys sitting right here. I mean, it's not the sexiest rip that there is, but it's got Page rookies in it, and it's got Sonia Citron rookies in it, which I'm all about. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to rip into these 7 fat packs. You know, fat packs by and large don't really have a whole lot in them, and it is 2025, but we're going to get into it because I'm actually, I just want to, you know, make sure that I kind of exhaust the 2025 that I have, the update. I do have some that I'm sneaking away. I'm just kind of putting away. There's Cam Smith. But again, so Joe DiMaggio on looks like the 90 variation. It is. So it's a rainbow foil. Pete Crow on the stars. Dalton Rushing on the stars. And that's probably it for that pack. Just a little base pack. Thomas Harrington, CJ Alexander. There's not a huge expectation of this, right? It's just 7 fat packs. It's just a nice little rip. Especially when you can get them for pretty much half the price. You know, some would argue that $9.99, $9.79 actually is what it was, because they had some Allen and Ginter from this year and up there. There's no way I'm paying $9 for an Allen and Ginter pack. I don't even want to pay $6.99 for an Allen and Ginter pack, which I haven't. So there's Brent Rooker on a Rainbow Foil, Reggie Jackson on the MVP, and we got a couple stars of MLB, Shohei and Kutch. Heard today that Kutch is signed a minor league contract with the Rangers, so I'll still PC him because he's an all-time Pirate, and that's okay. I mean, again, I'm glad that he's, you know, wish we could have made something happen for him in Pittsburgh. He didn't have the greatest of years, and again, you guys have heard me talk about that. Like, you know, the team as a whole just did not have a good year. O'Neal Cruz, Brian Reynolds, Horwitz, Triolo, those guys just did not. And again, a lot of the guys, there's Cam Smith again, a lot of the guys that are in here, you know, either that they came up, their rookie cards in here. Say, for instance, Thomas Harrington. Thomas Harrington came up in April, pitched twice, and got sent back to the minors. Never came back up again. That Chang guy, he's, I think he got DFA'd. He's been traded away. Bay is with the Mets now. I think Ronnie Simon's still with the team. But again, it just like seemed like, you know, Matt Gorski, well, actually he's a rookie this year. Cam Devaney's a rookie this year. That he's playing in Japan now. It's like they just had, there's Matt Gorski. Again, it's just one of those things where, you know, just the team as a whole just did not have it this year. And it showed. I mean, Paul Skeens did win the Cy Young, but he went 10-10 to win the Cy Young, right? There's Ellie. And it just kind of talked about how, you know, there's a stat that came out that said if he'd have scored one more run, if they'd have scored one more run for him when he pitched games, that he probably would be like some crazy 35 and something right now. So, but guys, this is what we're getting out of just this rip. Not a whole lot going on. Just a regular rip. I just kind of wanted to see what we could find in this. I mean, it's got it for a discounted price. Again, I think some people would say $9.79 is a little much to pay for fat packs, and I would agree. If they'd have been $9.79 on the rack, there's no way they'd be here right now being opened up. So there's a Chase Lee and a Jake DeGrom, and then there's a Big Sean on the first pitch. Not ever gotten that. Christian Campbell, Andrew McCutcheon. There's Moncada, and we're getting down to the rest. And I think every pack that I've opened had the same collation at the very end. Thomas Harrington and those guys, right? So, but you know, you got 2 packs left, and you never know. Something could come out of here that, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, everything that we open when it comes to retail, guys, is no guarantees, right? For the most part, no guarantees. You can guarantee to have a good time. How about that? We'll take that, right? We'll take that. Guaranteed to have a good time. So we got a little something here, not much, probably just some randomness. There's a Cade Horton on the rookie, Pete Alonso, a couple Shohei and McCutcheon on the See, same collation, bro. And here's our last pack, probably the biggest anticipation for this is our last pack. Looks like there's a little bit more stuff going on in here. Nothing big that I'm aware of as far as a relic or anything like that. So there's Bay. No longer a pirate. So tell me what you guys are excited about. World Baseball Classic, you know, pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about spring training, and my Pirates are really looking good in spring training. And you know, that is spring training. There's Spencer Torkelson on the turnaround, and that's on that 90 parallel, and that's probably going to be it, folks. Got a Christian Campbell and Lawrence Butler, and we're going to see this base on out. It's a new base, so that's okay. There's Adam Frazier on the back there. He's no longer a Pirate either. So that's our rip, folks. Got a bunch of stars of MLB. Not much going on there. Nothing numbered in there. Still waiting on a numbered stars of MLB. Probably not going to happen in this lifetime. And this is kind of our, you know, our rainbow foils and hollow foils and black gold and common inserts. And then we got us a Big Sean on the first pitch. Not numbered or anything like that. So that's our rip, folks. 7 fat packs for $4. We'll take that all day long. And please consider giving the video a like if you did like the content. Comment down below what you thought was the best card, or just, you know, what you're excited about as far as the upcoming baseball season. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And so, a good way to do that is just also to hit the bell, and you'll get notified when new content comes. Really would help me support the channel. So until the next video, Vance Like Fan out.